LaMarcus Aldridge, I think they'll be fine.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Can we also just mention that I know he's old. Pau Gasol was still as efficient as ever last year on the field.
But it's another year. But when we say about the Spurs all the time, it's another year of them getting older.
I remember this in 2011.
I know.
I was like, they're done.
We've been saying this for a long time.
It's over.
I think it's actually on the way down now.
I think we say that every year, too. I'm going over. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I'm cheering for Kawhi Leonard because he's one of my favorite players, just because he's a defense-first guy, and he, in a league full of people that are teaming up all these superstars and stuff, he's like the one, like, I'm going to do it guy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he has LaMarcus Aldridge, but I'm not even counting him as a star.
Right. Give me I'm going over. Sticking with it.
All right.
Dude, you want to say under.
I'm going to go under. I think they win 52 games.
Okay. They'll still be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll still be in the playoffs, and they'll make noise in the playoffs, but I think they limp into the playoffs.
Okay.
All right. Another interesting... A lot of the teams in the West have like a lot of interesting moves because everyone migrated from the East to the West.
Absolutely.
And then teams in the West just exchange stars, basically. But we have the Houston Rockets with 55.5 wins. Big signing with Chris Paul. But also big losses, too, for their culture and kind of like their defensive identity, like that they had any.
Right.
Like Patrick Beverley. And I don't think you can count out the Lou Williams loss either. Eric Gordon's going to pick up for that because Eric Gordon, I think, is way underrated. And
he's probably the best six-man in basketball, and people aren't really.
Yeah, I think Eric Gordon's great. But I'm interested to see how the James Harden, Chris Paul experiment's going to work.
A lot of people don't believe. I am a believer. I think it's going to work. I think James Harden, now he wasn't as incredible as he was in Houston, but he did it in OKC. Yeah. He did it. He did 2 back seats. Yeah. So I don't think this is a big deal.
3, Jeff Green.
Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka,
yeah. They are going to be fine. They've got great shooters. Anderson, Ariza, Gordon. They're going to space the floor. Chris Paul is going to have... I mean, last year they were starting Imba Amute. Chris Paul was still running into traffic in the lane. Everybody on the Rockets is going to space the floor. So Chris Paul is going to have open lanes all day long. He'll be able to score the basketball or dish it out for open threes. They're going to score a ton.
I think this team, like, with losing Patrick Beverley, that's a big hit for, like, your intensity and stuff. But somehow I actually think they get better defensively, especially if Chris Paul buys in and wants to play, like, just plays defense like I know he can, and we all know he can.
Right.
Because for the defensive lineup, they got Chris Paul, Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker, which is huge for them to get back since they lost Patrick Beverley. They can get back a lot of what they lost with Patrick Beverley with PJ Tucker. I know they play different positions, but Patrick Beverley always was kind of like an off guard anyways.
Right, and PJ Tucker can guard 2 to 4 and maybe even 1 to 4. I mean, he's pretty good. And Imba Mute, great defender. So even if they lose like a good defender on the wing, they have a replacement immediately right there.
Yeah.
So
and they have a lot of people to space the floor. Clint Capella is a good rim protector.
Yeah, I like a lot. They might stumble out of the gate a little bit too, just trying to get the Paul Harden thing to work. But by the end of the year, they're going to be coasting.
I think a lot of the time they should play them separately.
I think they could.
And then the only times they overlap is like the beginning of the game and the end of the game.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Just because Chris Paul also last season he was doing so much for the Clippers, he was dead after Game 6
right.
Jazz.
Yeah,
you saw it. Like he could not go really anymore. So he's getting up there. He's like 32, 33 years old now.
How about that? Yeah.
So he needs to you need to be able to rest him. And James Harden's still young. He can run. He did get tired at the end of the last season too, but that's just going to happen with D'Antoni because he plays 8 players the entire season.
They're deeper now. They're going to be able to rest. I think D'Antoni's going to.
I think Chris Paul takes some nights off where he doesn't play.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, last.
Over under on the Rockets.
Oh yeah, over under. Where are you at in the 55?
I'm going to go a little bit over. Just a little bit.
I'll go over too. I'm hoping that it works because I like James Harden.
Yeah, I just want to see somebody give the Warriors a run for their money. As much as I like the Warriors, I do like the Warriors, but I want to see them give somebody a run for their money.
And speaking of the Warriors, we have the Warriors, last but not least, with 67.5 Over-under.
12 higher than the next closest West team.
Yeah.
Unreal.
You know what's funny, though? I think I'm going over.
I think I might, too.
It just, like... They didn't lose anybody. Is the main thing. They didn't lose... They lost Ian Clark, which is the big...
That's their big loss.
Yeah, their big loss is Ian Clark. He was like a good off-the-bench point guard. Give Steph Curry some breaks.
Right.
But I think Patrick McCall kind of fills that role a little bit.
Nick Young
fills that role a little bit.
He doesn't mind saying, but they got Jordan Bell from Oregon who...
See, the thing with Patrick McCall, though, is like the Warriors preach this and everything they draft is not diversity. Being able to play in multiple positions.
Versatility.
Yeah. Patrick McCaw can play 1 through 3.
Right.
And he was in the summer league, and I know it's the summer league, and it's not like, you shouldn't really put that much stock in that, but he was the point guard for the summer league team.
Yeah, he's going to take a lot. Well, the other thing is, too, they're going to get by 30 entering the fourth quarter all the time. I think a couple of big things. I like the Omri Caspi signing. I think that
it's another person to stretch the floor.
Exactly. Especially if you end up having injuries or rest, you can kind of keep the system going. And there is something about Jordan Bell. If the Warriors are willing to pay $4 million for a second-round draft pick, that pick's probably pretty good.
Yeah, and I think Jordan Bell's like... Festus Ezeli didn't work out, but when he was on the floor, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think Jordan Bell is not as big as Festus Ezeli, but it's kind of that same thing. Where he's going to be this athlete that...
defensively gifted athlete, yes. Yeah. And like I said, the Bulls traded Jordan Bell to them, but for what the cost of a top 10 pick is, it's crazy, but I mean, if the Warriors are willing to do that, they see something in somebody that they believe in, and that's going to mean
and the Warriors have
bad news for everybody else.
The Warriors have been historically pretty good with draft picks.
Absolutely. I mean, Draymond.
But yeah, it's hard to... Aside from injury, it's hard to say the Warriors taking a step back.
Nope, not going to happen.
The chemistry was like they added Kevin Durant last year, and they still kind of didn't even falter that much.
I feel like they can only be better.
They can only get better in the regular season. Now, when it comes to playoffs, and we get down to a little bit, because I think actually the Cavaliers are better suited. Like if the Cavaliers do come out of the East, I think the Cavaliers are better suited to come up against this Warriors team.
They are.
They have so much more depth and so much more options on offense.
The Cavs and the Warriors are going to be a great finals matchup again. But I'm going to go 70 wins for the Warriors.
I think they win 70 as well.
I'm going to go over. Yeah. So
I think they win 70, walk into the playoffs.
Cannot underestimate them bringing back Andre Iguodala, too.
Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant are both going to average 30 points per game.
Yeah, it's going to be a year. They're going to have another fun season, and another year for us knowing going into the season who the two finals teams are going to be.
But it's still going to be interesting.
It doesn't make the NBA any worse.
It doesn't make the NBA worse.
It just makes
And you saw it this offseason. This offseason was crazy because everyone's trying to catch up to the Warriors.
Right.
So everyone's got this arms race going on now.
Exactly. And a lot of teams are like, okay, we're just waiting them out. Boston is waiting out Cleveland. They know. Boston knows in 2018, 2019 they're going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter
They're
what
set up that way. Yeah. Like, that's why they did this now, so they can build this chemistry.
Absolutely.
Even if they don't think... I think they might have some sort of thought like, oh, maybe we can beat the Cavaliers this year. Mm-hmm. But I do think that they probably know, like, maybe it's going to take us a little while to gel, and we might not get it this year, but next year and the years after, we're going to be golden.
They're set. Do you want to do your 1 through 8 in the West?
All right. So Warriors, obviously. I think I got the Rockets coming up second. I'll go with the Thunder third. Spurs fourth. Nuggets fifth. Actually, no. Clippers fifth. Nuggets sixth. Timberwolves seventh. Who's my 8? Jazz.
Wow, no Portland. Okay.
No Portland. I think this is the year that they just don't make it in. Like, I think they'll be right around 41 wins, but I don't think they make it in.
Yeah, no. Obviously, I'm going with the Warriors 1. I'm pretty sure everybody in the world is doing that. I'm gonna go with the.
So you're going Spurs 2?
I'm going Spurs 2.
How many games do you think they're gonna win? 60?
I think they might win 60 games.
I mean, it's a safe bet. Like, honestly, like
I don't know.
Even with these Las Vegas odds, it's still a safe bet saying.
Yeah, I'm going 60 wins for the Spurs. I will take the Rockets third. I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna shock you here. I'm gonna go Timberwolves fourth, and then Thunder.
Timberwolves over the Thunder.
Yeah, and Timberwolves fourth, Thunder fifth, Nuggets sixth. I think even at 50 wins, sixth for the Nuggets.
I'm guessing you don't have the Clippers making the playoffs.
Seventh, I have the Trailblazers. I'm not a huge believer, and this sounds absolutely nuts. But eighth, I'm going Memphis Grizzlies. I'm rolling.
So no Jazz, no Clippers.
No Clippers. I'm rolling with the Memphis Grizzlies.
You're crazy, man.
I know. I gotta be bold.
You're crazy.
No Pelicans either, even though they have two top 10 players.
I think it's pretty safe to say that the Pelicans don't make the playoffs this year.
I said, I just think Cousins is gone by February. Yeah, so
they have. If they were smart, they like we said when we were talking about them, they would trade both of them.
Yeah, you
would make a whole team. You could make a whole team out of that.
You could get,
and then
you get 9 rotation players.
Yeah, and then still on the back end of that be up in money.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big free agent class next year. Yeah. Really big.
That's what you do if you're the smart organization. But they're worried about ticket sales and stuff like that, so they can't trade Anthony Davis. All right. Well, is there anywhere they can find you on Twitter or anything like that?
Yeah, it would be the T-Barbs, THE_TEEBARBS. I'm sure we'll post that up so people can find that as well.
I'm going to put it in the comments. I'll put the show Twitter in the comments as well. Once I get that all situated, I still don't have a name for the show, like I said at the beginning of the show. But let us know in the comments what you think of the show. What do you think we can change? Do you like how long the format is? Do you want us to shorten it down to like 30-minute episodes, 20-minute episodes? Do you like these hour-long episodes? I'm guessing during the regular season we won't have enough content to cover our episode.
We'll probably stick with because we don't want to do like game reviews or anything like that. We want to stick with
just
legit
like news,
content,
just news. So during the regular season it'll probably be shorter. But tell us what you like. Tell us what you want to hear during the regular season.
And I think we're also going to do a FanDuel, some FanDuel segments.
Yeah, we'll do some FanDuel segments. So I know Trevor's big into FanDuel. So.
Yeah, so we'll kind of give you what some of our best plays, what we think, who you can buy low on, stuff like that. Yeah. So
just tell us what you want to hear, and we'll deliver it to you.
Sweet.
Right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.